In today's video, we're going to address the CPI report, which will be announced tomorrow at exactly 7:30 a.m. Central Time. We're going to talk about what to expect. I'm also going to be sharing with y'all some stocks that y'all should be keeping in your watch list for tomorrow, along with doing an update on the stock that I've mentioned in the last video. Alright, y'all. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button if you are new to the channel, right? So let's get right into it, right off the bat. So in the last video, again, the last video was, I came out bearish with that one once again, alright? For good reasons. Again, my reasons for going bearish were solid. We dropped a little bit after the release of that video, and then we went sideways throughout the last week. All right, now I'm going to go straight to the Nasdaq again because it's an easier chart for this specific video and to explain it to some of y'all. All right, now this bear flag is still on here, and tomorrow there is CPI data. Now, if there wasn't a report, if there wasn't a report, I would tell you guys there is a specific structure on the Nasdaq that I saw this afternoon that I cannot unsee. The structure is there, and this is looking bullish to me. There was a lot of volume right over here at around like 1:30 p.m. right, and some follow through in the last during power hour. Now, right now, it's looking like it wants to take its sweet time before collapsing. All right, I told you guys, timing these potential drops right here, or right here is very, very difficult because I don't know. Like, I see the bear flag again, but I just don't know how long we're just gonna continue to go sideways. All right, now if the report is bad, if the report is, let's go over that one. All right, let's just look at the CPI report and how it has been throughout the last few months. Now, this chart right here is showing exactly at what percentage the inflation was. Again, this was during the peak in June. It was at 9.1%, and ever since then, throughout the last 4 to 5 months, it's been slowly dropping and dropping. And for the last month of October, well, 2 months ago, the inflation report for 2 months ago was at 7.7, and the forecast for tomorrow's report, or the consensus, I should say, they're expecting it to be at 7.3%. If it's lower than that, great. That means that the market is most likely going to spike. All right, I haven't seen a scenario where the inflation report was like way below the consensus and there was a bearish move. I haven't seen that yet. This one right here in September, that one turned out to be like 0.1% higher, but in that scenario it opened lower and had a massive move to the upside, like a 4% move to the upside. So with the way things are looking, all right, with what I've seen with the charts, if, again, like I say, if there wasn't a CPI report tomorrow, I will tell y'all that we're probably going to go up here first to retest these tops once again before it rolls over again. All right, but again, it's like the reaction to CPI is like earnings. Again, I can tell you exactly where we're gonna go. I can show you the charts, and that way y'all can be better prepared for what's going to happen. All right, now let's talk about one thing. Let's talk about the VIX. The VIX did something very weird today, and we're gonna address it. All right, now the VIX is up by 10%. Which is very weird. When the VIX is up, the market is supposed to take a massive hit. Usually, the market is supposed to drop. Like with a big jump like that, like the SPY should have been down by at least -3%, maybe even -4% on the day. All right, so something that's been going through my mind is this jump a setup for a bear trap, just to leave a lot of room underneath here for a massive gap down followed by a fade, right? If this happens, then that retest at resistance on that bear flag with the Nasdaq is most likely going to happen. But again, it's all I'm just telling y'all what I see with the chart. So tomorrow will be a very interesting day. All right, now let's talk about one stock. I want to share one stock with y'all that I want y'all to be keeping in your watch list for a very simple reason. It's a very simple structure. Again, that stock is BA. All right, we're gonna check out BA. Now, the reason why I want to share this one in today's video is because of the pattern on the 15-minute. Yeah, there is a very clean structure right here on the 15-minute. It's a bullish pennant, all right, and it broke out this morning right at around like 8:45 to 9 a.m. Had a massive spike all the way up to 10 o'clock, right? And then it dropped a little bit and consolidated. If there wasn't CPI at all, again, if there wasn't a report tomorrow, this is an obvious long all the way up to 195, maybe even 197, all right? But anything can happen, all right? Anything can happen tomorrow. But watch this one for a potential long if the reaction is decent, all right? If it's decent and this one doesn't move too much, then watch it for a continuation to 195, to at least 195 tomorrow or by Wednesday morning, all right? So that's the stock that you should be keeping in your watch list. Now let's do an update. In the last video, I shared a good one with y'all. I shared OXY. I told y'all to watch OXY for a potential short right over, I don't remember, I think it was after this day or after this day, I'm not sure. One of these 2 days I released that video. I told y'all to watch it for a potential short all the way down to $62 exactly, right? And also because there was that gap right here that needs to be filled at some point in time. I thought it could get filled on the 8th, all right? But instead, it took a sweet time, and it didn't even get filled on that Friday the 9th. Today, it rebounded. I think that actually might be the temporary bottom, right? What tends to happen with these bearish pennants, one way this can play out is we see a bottom all the way down to 62, and then we get a little bounce all the way back up to exactly 68, and then after that, then we continue lower to these lows right here. All right, that's one way of it to happen. All right. The best way is when it just drops and just keeps dropping, and we see one massive candle and it's there and it's on time, and we get out of the trade and this thing bounce, right? But right now it's just taking a sweet time, and the report that's in the way is not making things too simple, right? So congrats to anybody who was able to make some money on this, whether you day traded intraday on those days, right, or you just held it for a swing all the way down to 62.50. All right, now let's check out one more thing. Let's take a look at Amazon. All right, now with Amazon, this is another reason why I think the reaction to the CPI data may be positive tomorrow, maybe. All right, now with Amazon, traditionally, ideally, this is a bearish structure. It's supposed to be bearish, right? We saw OXY break down at the same time, and OXY played out very well. So Oxy and Amazon broke down at the same time, but this thing just did not go even lower. And this is a very large cap stock. Like it's Amazon, right? And when I told y'all before, like way in the past in my previous videos, consolidation is a short seller's worst nightmare, right? So in here, there may be some shorts who are piling in puts or grabbing shares to short for the continuation down, right? Ideally, again, shorts would like to see this thing fall a little faster, but this time it's just dragging its feet, which is very, very annoying. And again, if the reactions tomorrow is positive, they're all going to cover and there will be a massive green candle on Amazon. Like all the way up to 100. Massive. Alright. So this is something that y'all want to keep in your watch list as well. And that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for YouTube algorithm as always. Helps the channel a lot. It allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on future uploads. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get all of this information in real time as I see them, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you haven't added me on social media yet, you can find me at NGumah at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, there are some basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 10 to 15 minutes for you to have all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get some free stocks and signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.